Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So before we get started, let me see if I raise the audio a little bit. Okay. So I didn't even know about this prior to the stream I had the other day, where I kind of went off because I was so upset to see this. But I decided to do a new video now to kind of break down what's going on here, simply because as I was going off, you know, I was just reading chat, going off, reading chat, going off. And I felt like it was a sloppy kind of way to put the video up, because it was a bunch of me pausing and not really getting to the point. So apparently, and I didn't like really understand everything until I got off, is that WWE 2K26's Ringside Pass is being implemented into a Battle Pass, and they're completely removing the whole supercharge thing. That's completely dead, and we're going in the route of NBA 2K. And I kind of seen that coming, because last year with the island, we knew big changes were coming. Yes, I was excited to see the island because I thought the island would include more content, more replayability, more fun with your friends and whoever else you play with online, challenges. The idea is that when you buy a game, you're trying to make your money's worth. You're trying to have something to do whenever you're free, or trying to have some content to make, whatever. However, it was a very early stage of that concept, and it was okay, but somewhat lackluster. And now they're gonna reveal soon, I guess, this new version of the island. We already know some of the features. However, with the island being one of the main focal points last year, questions were, how are they gonna handle the content release this year? And so it has been brought to my attention, especially on stream when we reacted to this, is that the new Ringside Pass follows a Battle Pass format. Ooh, I almost started raising my voice. Let me lower this. Yo, I almost raised the voice, yo. Featuring, both a free and premium track of rewards. Now, I'm going to put on the screen what that means. If you guys don't play NBA 2K, I'll show you basically what that means. And I'll still commentate over it right now, as the image would probably be in place. So essentially with NBA 2K, there will be a free battle pass where you can unlock some VC, you can unlock some little rewards, some double XP here. You can unlock a little bit of goodies. There's nothing crazy, to be honest with you. And in the premium pass, you get all the cool gear and stuff. However, with NBA 2K, I feel like even still, it's somewhat of a scam, because you pay or get this battle pass, and then you have to basically grind, which essentially is what you do in these video games, y'all. We have to grind some of these games. However, with NBA 2K, I understand the grind. If you play with your friends all day in these modes to unlock, it's all good. But one thing they have done to the players is they implemented a system where you can buy tiers, something like what the Black Cell does in Call of Duty with their Battle Pass bullshit. Same thing with Fortnite. I think Fortnite started this, whereas even the last time I played, and forgive me, we're not going off on a tangent, we're staying on track. I remember the Transformers DLC stuff, whatever implementation got brought into Fortnite. I wanted Optimus Prime. I paid for that unlock, but I still had to grind and do challenges to get to Optimus Prime. But I paid for it. Like, it was weird. Here is the same setup as well as 2K. I feel like it's worse here, because I don't know about you guys. The online for WWE, I feel, gets stagnant mid-year. I don't feel like it's the same, and I don't feel like it gets the same luxury or same love as like NBA 2K does. I feel like it's a little bit different of a community setting, the way those games are designed, and the fact that you have to grind your ass off to unlock some of the premium stuff, and it's gonna get worse in a second. So let me continue reading and explaining. The free tier will feature wrestlers, I guess, or feature some cool stuff, people from my faction, all this other stuff, taunts, double XP, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to feature some items. However, the premium is going to give you the good stuff. But it's how much do you have to play the game to get the good stuff? And then implementing the Ringside Pass, which features all the superstars every couple months when DLC drops. So you're telling me we can't use these wrestlers day one? We have to then grind the game to then get to those points of the battle pass to unlock them through RXP, Ringside XP, I think it's called, or something, which entails you have to play the game. And some of y'all might say, hold on, Rick, I enjoy playing the game though. Well, when it becomes a chore, you're gonna find out. Fuck around and find out. When things are a chore, they don't become fun. And then that's where they introduce, hey, y'all, you want to pay to unlock tiers? Yeah, that's where the scam comes in. Let me keep reading. Okay, we understand our community has many questions about how all this works. So we put together the first Ringside report to offer up some answers. We anticipate the change will bring lots of questions from players. So let's jump right into it. So how does this actually work? So Ringside Pass 1 will go March 6th, which features a couple of wrestlers, of course, maybe a celebrity or so. We understand how they move. And normally you would have them day one. You'll be able to have fun and use them with your friends, videos, content, do whatever you want to do. This time, not so much. Okay, I had to blow my nose. My boogers was getting crazy. Look, meaning players won't have to wait until WrestleMania for the first DLC. We can't wait to reveal contents in the coming weeks. Every player will have access to the free track of the Ringside Pass, which features 60 rewards across 40 tiers, which means there's a chance you might be able to unlock 2 rewards per tier, or in a certain tier, you might get 3 rewards, depending on how far you get into this battle pass. Across 40 tiers, and some of those rewards featuring bundles of content. To unlock content, players will collect RXP by simply playing matches across most game modes, so long as they have an online connection. Wins will grant more RXP and completing challenges, some repeatable and others via one-time milestone rewards. Also extra XP, also earn, extra RXP for the opportunity to level up faster. Big issue here. No, you cannot earn RXP through private matches, which I feel all the content creators that I watch, that's the majority of what they do. They play with their friends, they play with creators, they play with their communities, and they play a bunch of private matches. You're meaning to tell me we can't earn RXP through the community side of things, of maybe playing with our friends and our viewers and our streams, or, just like that? Do you understand how cheesy, how sometimes weird, how sometimes frustrating it is playing a wrestling game online, especially with the connection? It's bad. Okay. As players progress through each level, unlock items such as VC, My Faction packs, which I told you guys I knew this was going to happen, MFP, My Faction, whatever, island banners, etc., can be claimed while continuing to progress through the next level, okay? For those who have purchased a premium via the Ringside Premium Pass, which essentially replaces the whole Ringside or Supercharged joint that we used to have, players will be able to earn additional content, including new DLC superstars, creator superstar parts, island taunts, personas, and more. That means 60 additional rewards for a total of 120 across the free and premium tracks. That sounds extremely good to y'all, but it's not. Because, again, when you realize to unlock 120, you have to put in like 5,000 hours in that game, because you have to play online matches. Yet sometimes the online do be dead. We don't know how much RXP you can earn. We don't know how that flavor is. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how it's going to unfold. So now our DLC superstars, we can't use them out the box unless, let's keep reading. As players progress through the Ringside Premium Pass, both free and premium tracks will be unlocked at the same time. So if a player has reached level tier 5, they will also earn rewards from both tracks. Which game modes reward RXP? The following game modes reward RXP that will earn Ringside Pass progression: Play Now, The Universe, My Rise, Showcase, My GM, My Faction, and The Island. I understand. You are all probably sitting here like, but Ricky, I could play My Rise or The Universe. Dude, I could play My Faction or the Showcase mode or My GM or I don't have to just play the regular online. Understand, they do the same thing with NBA 2K. It becomes a chore, because how much do you actually earn? How much for premium items will you actually be able to earn? And the fact that it still locks what we used to be out the box, because we would pay the 20 or 30 bucks for it, out the box content is now locked. So not only do you have to pay for the Ringside Pass, you gotta pay for tiers if you want to unlock them faster. Just, we're going to get there. How many ringside passes will there be? There will be a total of 6 ringside passes released throughout the year. The rosters of DLC superstars will be revealed in the coming weeks. As we get closer to the releases of each ringside pass, we will share some of the additional rewards across both the free and premium tracks. What happens to the older ringside passes after a new one's released? They're actually going to keep it. So it says we lose the opportunity to unlock that content. When a new season of ringside pass launches, the prior season will not expire, meaning players can still unlock can continue unlocking content before moving on to the next season, or players can put that season on hold, move on to the next one to unlock content there. Okay, that sounds good. Example, when ringside season pass whatever 2 launches, you guys can initially just pause part 1, go to part 2 like a progression thing, and just come back to it. Can I earn RXP in online matches? Yes, you can earn RXP in online matches on Island Factions. You do not, however, earn RXP via custom online lobbies, what's mostly played in their game. Can I share the Ringside Premium Pass with a family on the same console? Similar DLC in the past, if you own the content, the other family members share the same console as they purchase the DLC, they too can access the content. The progress made through the pass is unique to each profile. I think this is a little too vague. I think it's a little too vague. I don't believe if I buy the pass on my account that a family member who has listen, if when I used to buy the season pass, if me and my homie was game sharing, he can get the superstars too because he had it like on his PlayStation. He had me as a primary. I don't believe when you buy the premium pass and tiers and all this other shit, I think it may give it to you. It might actually give it to you, but again, there's something else that we haven't explained here. So let me keep going, not to confuse you guys. How do we get the new DLC characters? Each premium version of the Ringside Pass will include the new post-launch DLC characters, with the first one unlocking automatically. So you get that one person, no problem, thank you. The rest can be unlocked within the first 20 tiers, earning RXP just for playing the game. Other playable characters such as personas will generally be available from tiers 21 to 40. So again, because it's the first 20 tiers, not so bad, right? Not so bad. Again, though, we don't know how much we have to progress within matches and modes to get to these 20 tiers. They're not unlocked day 1. You still got to do shit after you pay for this pass to get them through the pass. Besides, the new DLC characters, each Ringside Pass premium track will also include new personas, adding even more playable characters. What about the WWE Legends that have been previously unlocked via in-game store or automatically unlocked with the Supercharged DLC? The WWE Legends that would typically be added to the in-game store and unlocked via tokens or with the Supercharger have now been added to the free track. Thank you. We should not be paying for Legends that we previously had. I give them that. Okay. Now, let me see. Is there a way to unlock everything at once? Yes. For those who play through the Ringside Pass Season 1, select WWE Legends are unlocked by earning and completing the first season Supercharger pack has been retired. Okay. For players who have purchased a premium track, which means you have to buy this first, right? We will provide the ability to purchase tier skips, but those are completely optional. Players can continue to unlock rewards with RXP by playing the game without any additional purchases. I know there's gonna be people in my chat. Oh no, I don't really mind though. Like I play the game every day. There's still an issue. So I believe each premium thing is gonna be, the ringside passes might be like $10 or $20. The way I calculated it is, say if it's 20, let's be safe and say that each one is $20, right? If there's 6, that's what, 2, 4, 6, 800, that's $120. Excuse me, my math is ass. Now, if it's $120 and you want to unlock all 20 premium tiers, and maybe those premium tiers, I said tiers, them 20 tiers might cost $10 to $20. I got a calculator, okay? And so I'm gonna show you NBA 2K. and how the system works. For a battle pass, say they got 6 battle passes for NBA 2K26. One battle pass costs $10, okay? Now, each tier out of 40 tiers, it's $1.99 each USD. I don't know how the conversion is everywhere else. It's essentially $2. So now that's $10. We're gonna get this one out the way. We're gonna do that last. We're gonna do $1.99. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't want to grind, it will be multiplied by 40 tiers. You're spending $79.60 essentially, probably plus tax, whatever, on skipping tiers, on all 40 tiers, plus the $10 pass. Multiply that by 6 seasons. And this is how much some people are spending in a season for just buying the actual battle pass each month, along with buying all the tier skips. We didn't have to do that before. Now, let's act like WWE. This is WWE now. Make believe each battle pass is $10. And we're gonna do this. Each battle pass is $10 and each tier skip is $1.99. So instead of doing $1.99 times 40, we're gonna do $1.99 times 20, because they said you could unlock all the DLC characters from there. That is $39.80, whatever. Plus $10 for the battle pass. They have 6 ringside passes. Multiply that shit by 6, and a lot of people will be spending $300 if you want your superstars early in the game, or you're gonna have to just basically grind out hours and hours and hours just to unlock them, but you can't get them out the gate. As soon as the DLC drops, you can no longer just play them unless you already have RXP earned or whatever the case may be. That is a problem. Now they're looking to get more money out of everybody, all of us, okay? That is a problem. That is a problem, y'all. So the ringside pass is dropping super early. I gotta see when WWE drops. I think it is around here. It's dropping dumb early. And then there's another ringside pass dropping right before WrestleMania, whatever. And then we have April, there's no May. Then there's June, July, September, October. This is basically how it is. That's a problem, y'all. That's a problem. That's a problem. That sucks. One thing I'll say is, if they don't see the thing is, with $298, you can sit here and say a lot of people gonna stop playing. Well, for those who do pay that money, that extra $298 from a different data perspective, they're gonna be meeting sales margins. They're gonna be meeting the numbers expectations, and therefore, even if their players stop playing, those whales that you call people who just be spending all their money on shit, those whales are gonna be spending $300 plus. There's gonna be people doing it to buy these superstars, and that's gonna keep them wanting to continue this practice, because they're gonna say, just like 2K, people be like, yo, the game is dead, the game is dead. They make over billions of dollars a year based on battle pass and tier skips and VC microtransactions. So even if they don't even make more sales than like a Call of Duty, a copy of Call of Duty, they be surpassing almost all these games due to the microtransactions, and that's what they're trying to do with WWE. Enjoy, y'all. This is some bullshit. I'm out. Peace.